Hello everyone, welcome. I'm just going to wait a few minutes just for everyone to pop on. I'm a little bit late, so I apologise for that. Hi Marion, welcome. So every time I try and get here on time, I always have someone come late into the shop, but anyway. Hi Jeanette, hi Rachel. How's everyone's day been? It's funny because I was only speaking to a lot of you last night, so it's nice to have you here again. So super hot today here in central Victoria if you're around this area. I think it was 36 today, which is very warm. I know, Marion, you've had a lot of more heavier days or hotter days, but today's been awful. It's really nice with the evaporative on. Hi Pam. I think Marion said she's, oh Rachel, it's hot there today. It's always hot in Queensland though. Jeanette's stinking hot, absolutely. Marion's been very busy. Hopefully your morning appointment went really well. I'll hear about it later. It's too hot for you already, Pam. I'm with you. I think all this week was in the 30s. Today's going to be the hottest at 36, but I think next week we've got a couple of 36s, so I'm not looking forward to that. How do you go from 20s to almost 40s in a week? I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, we don't know what hot is, I know. But you don't know what cold is either. And I way prefer the cold. Anyway. So everyone's week's been really good. What have you been up to? I'm really tired. I'm glad it's Thursday and tomorrow's Friday, but I know this week's been pretty full on. So looking forward to the weekend and maybe getting a little bit of quiet time done as well. But I think I'm over painting next door, so that's all right. I'll just have to have a good sleep. Hi Joy, welcome. Okay, so I've got a few on. Hi Sandy. Let's get straight into it because, you know, I'm sure we've all got things to do. So I'm going to pop the camera down. I've got 2 rack cards today, so to show you, and they are beautiful. So I'm just going to flick that camera around. Sorry about that. And there we go. Oh, Rachel's been report card writing. Fun. Or non-smiley face. I think that's a frown. Once you get it done though, you'll be happy. And at least with report cards, you know it's either mid-year or at the end of the year. And luckily you're at the end of the year, so that's really good. Getting closer and closer to having holidays. So I have 2 beautiful rack cards this week. Let me show you the first one. This is from my friend Lisa. Super cute. Isn't this gorgeous and real summery feel? Beautiful colours. I love these. Oh, I've got it upside down. Beautiful colours. I love all these colours that she used and gorgeous embossing in the background. So really, really cute card. Thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa also gave me some flowers as well. You might have seen that on my social media. And the second card I also got from a really good friend, Diana, and Diana's over in the United States in California, and she sent me this card. Isn't it gorgeous? And she's actually fussy cut that gorgeous, what are they called? I can't even think of what they're called. Honey eaters? No. You know what I'm talking about, but that's out of that designer series paper. So beautiful. And she sent me a huge box of presents. So let me just quickly bring that in. And you probably can't see because I'm in too close, but my husband got 2 hats. Her husband sent my husband 2 baseball hats, which is super fun. And I've got 4 packs of paper pumpkin kits. So I'm thinking I might have to, hummingbird, that's it. Thanks, Pam. I don't know my birds. So 4 packs of paper pumpkin. These are American paper pumpkins or North American paper pumpkins. So I'm thinking that I might have to do a few of those over our Thursdays lives because they're so fun, and you know, we don't get to play with them, so I'd love to share them with you. I know I missed a few comments, so let me just quickly go back through. Rachel said she bought Christmas stamps today, so you know it's almost the holidays. Yes. Hi Anita. It is a hummingbird. I'm very lucky, Sandy, absolutely. Thanks, Rachel. Hi Deirdre. I am going to be busy with those paper pumpkins, but I really want to share them with you as well. So, yes please, says Rachel. Excellent. Well, sounds like a plan, especially over the holiday area. I think getting some of those out. I know one of them's a Halloween one, so maybe not so exciting through this season, but I might hang on to that one for next year. So they are my 2 Random Act of Kindness cards for this week. Let's go on to the Sunday Facebook challenge. So it was a sketch challenge, and the ladies always love the sketch challenges. So I try and do one every single month, and this is the one that I've used for this week. So very simple sketch, and I've used the Forever Fern suite there as well. So that's the card. Head over to my Facebook page if you want to join in or have a look at the cards that the ladies are doing. Amazing cards. They are so clever, and they always come up with some amazing ideas as well. So on Monday I took part with the Let's Get Hopping group, and we did a blog hop, and this month's theme, each month's a different theme, but this month's theme was gifts, and I went with this one here. So it's a Christmas gift. I've made a little pudding out of peppermint patties. So most people that are on here will know exactly what I'm talking about when I say peppermint patty. And I'm not sure whether they're in every market, so I thought I'll just grab one and show you. They're from Nestle. So I believe that Nestle is around the world just about. So all I've done is I've taken one of those mint patties, I've taken some white chocolate and melted it and just drizzled it down. This is a red Skittle and just a gummy that I've sort of cut. I think it was a Sour Patch Kid, and I've just cut it with some scissors and placed them down whilst the white chocolate was still wet. Wouldn't be too good to post, I don't think, but if you're giving it as a gift, it's a really sweet idea. And it's just a very simple box with early espresso cardstock, and I've just created a little pudding there with the stitched shaped dies using that largest circle, and embossed and used this sentiment from the Tag Buffet stamp set. So super cute idea. These are really, really cute, and I think anyone would love them as well. Would work with a wagon wheel, absolutely, Rachel. Although I think you'd have to make your box just that little bit bigger, but that's a really great idea. Gorgeous pudding gift. It is a really nice little gift idea. Hi Carolyn, welcome. Yeah, okay, so that was on Monday. There's no video with that one, it was just a quick blog hop. So on Tuesday, I created this card here with the Freezing Fun bundle. I really like it. We have the snowscape here, and he's sailing down the slope, and I've just inked up some background, or blended a little bit of the ink with Balmy Blue, and these dies here from the trio of Tags dies, and I've also got some snowflakes in there, the snowflake sequins as well. So really cute idea, and this was really easy to make as well. Hi Trace. Oh, hi Sylvia, I'm just reading my name. Oh, I'm silly. Hi Sylvia, hopefully you've had a really nice day as well. So on today's blog, and the blog's not live yet because it's part of a blog hop. It doesn't go live till tonight at 9 PM I believe it is, but my video on my YouTube channel has gone live, and I've made some really simple cards using this gorgeous 'Tis the Season designer series paper. I really like this one. We're using this one as well tonight, and I also used it last night with the Gnome for the Holidays card class that we did last night, so you can check that out on my YouTube as well. Hi Ingrid, hi Christy, welcome. So really quite simple cards. I've gone with the same sketch pretty much for all of them. I've used a couple of bundles. So one is the Merry Moose, the other one is the Perfectly Plaid with the Pine Tree Punch. So, but you could use anything that you have in your stash, any Christmas, but these would be really great using any designer series paper and any occasion stamp set as well. So, but they come together so easily. All very traditional colours as well. So I've gone with Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Shaded Spruce, Garden Green, a bit of crumb cake there as well. So super cute. So there's nice, easy, quick cards. If you're doing a lot of cards for Christmas, doing something like this and creating a whole heap really does make it easy for you. Must make some Christmas cards this weekend. Absolutely, Pam. Don't leave it till late, otherwise you won't get them in the post in time. I think that's the biggest thing that everyone needs to think about at the moment, is getting it through the post. I'm not going to start tonight. I've got some stories, but we're not going to go through them tonight. Okay, and also live on my YouTube channel is the card class that we did last night, so go over and check those out. So I'm going to start with some of our announcements, because we've got 2 projects that we're creating tonight, and so we're going to need a little bit more time to do a little bit of crafting. So this is still available. It's an early release from the mini catalogue. It's the Curvy Celebrations. There are 2... Oh, Christy's almost finished the Christmas cards. That's fantastic. I'm not there, but we'll get there. There is a bundle as well as a second stamp set that coordinates with the dies, and beautiful designer series paper. And I really like this designer series paper. I haven't got it yet, but I don't think I need it. I think I've got enough Christmassy paper to do me for this season. But if you're after Christmas paper, this is really pretty, and it would be good for after Christmas as well, because it's using Cherry Cobbler, Sahara Sand and Shaded Spruce, but they're not all Christmas decoration or designs, so you could use them for other projects as well. So this is out in the new catalogue coming out soon, but you can get it now. If you're new to Stampin' Up, to card making, to paper crafting, and you're interested in knowing a little bit more about Stampin' Up, I've got some little packets together. It's just got some information. It's also got a handmade card from me. You can see the products that Stampin' Up offer and just a little bit of information. So if you're after a card with some information, all you need to do is send me an email to tracy.bish@bigpond.com, and I'll happily send one out to you. It's for Australian residents only though, so but if you're interested, if you know anyone that's interested, please pop me an email and I'd love to help you out and show you through. We have a new huge deal coming out really soon. So on the 24th of November there is going to be an online extravaganza. Stampin' Up do this pretty much every year for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years now. So it's a 24-hour sale. There's going to be 10% off items from the annual catalogue. Now there is going to be a few little exceptions, and I do have the exceptions printed out. Mainly it's catalogues. There is a few, so the stamping seal, there is a couple of, so the cut and emboss machine, some of the, I'm really struggling with words tonight, the storage, some of the things that go with the stamp and cut and emboss machine, but they will be out on the website when this comes live. So it's only for the 24th of November for the 24 hours. And I'd say it's going to be while stocks last as well. So this is going to be a great little gift idea if you know of anyone, or if you're after some Christmas presents. Getting it with 10% off is a really great saving, and that's on top of your demonstrator discount. If you're a demonstrator, you'll get 10% off on top of that as well. So another really great reason to be a demonstrator. Christy said she's been off work for 7 weeks due to an operation, so gave me something to do. Oh, well, I hope you're on the mend now. 7 weeks, that's a long time. That's not good. And lastly, for the announcements, is the paper pumpkin. So there still is time. Now, they are limited now. They're almost to the sale, or almost, there's not many left anyway. I'm really struggling tonight, sorry everyone. So you can purchase your paper pumpkin kit, and if you purchase it through my online store, I have a really great deal for you. So I'll also send you 3 extra card kits that we're going to create on the 30th of November. So there is a Facebook Live event, which you can actually go onto my site and sign up for that right now. It's available for everyone, but for everyone who purchases their kit through me, you'll get the 3 kits, and these are the extra cards that we're going to create as well. It's a really nice, quite different, and I don't know how well you can see the stamping in the background there. I don't think it comes up too well, but so those are the 3 cards plus the paper pumpkin kit. And in the kit, everything's included. The only thing you're going to need is an acrylic block for your stamps, but look at these cards. Really sparkly as well. Excellent. All right. So that's all for our announcements. I just wanted to quickly show you the cards that we created last night. So this was with the Gnome for the Holidays stamp set. So that was a really quick one. Lots of colouring. This one here. And the last one. And I believe I forgot to put the snowflakes on last night, so I put them on today. So really nice cards. And I'll be doing card classes through the mail starting January. So if you're interested, all you need to do is go over to my blog and sign up for my newsletters, because all the information will come out there as I've got everything available. But that's going to be a lot of fun, the card classes in the mail. And also on my YouTube channel today, with that video, there is a PDF that you can print out as well, with all the dimensions of those cards if you would like to create those cards. Okay, let's do some crafting. Don't forget, after we've done some crafting, I'm going to do the draw for last week's winner, so stick with me as we get through all these. So this is the card we're going to create. It's using the strip technique that I've seen Kylie Bertucci and Bruno do quite a bit lately, and I had some leftover pieces of this designer series paper from the cards that was on the video today. So this one here, so I cut these ones down, and with the strips that I was left over, we're creating this one. But I still have other pieces left over from that 6x6, so these ones here, that I'll have to work out what I'm going to create with them as well. Haven't thought of it yet, but they are here, and maybe you can hold me accountable to making something with these. So what I did do is, I've got my little paper trimmer here, which this worked really well. So I had these strips that I cut down to measure on our card, and all I'm going to do is pop it in my trimmer. It's the best way. Hopefully you can see that all right. And I want to cut them at an angle. Now, there is no measurements here, where we're just eyeing it off, seeing how much we want, cutting it off. And this works really well to cut as you're holding this down. It doesn't move around in your trimmer, and because they're only small pieces, you really want to make sure it doesn't move around. So little pieces like that, but you can make them any size you want. If you wanted to make bigger pieces, you could certainly do that. It wouldn't take quite so long when you're gluing them all down. So I'm just going to do these last two, and then we can start popping the card together a bit. There we have it. So there's lots of here to choose from, and we certainly probably won't use all of these, so I could probably even make a third card with those leftover pieces. I have already pre-die cut from the second largest stitched shape in the circle in both the thick whisper white and shaded spruce, and because this shaded spruce piece is part of our matting, so it goes underneath our front piece, I've just die cut it straight from there because you're not going to notice anyway. And we're also using thick whisper white card base. I've got a little bit of glue there. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. So I've pre-scored it, but I still haven't changed my blade in my trimmer, and my edges are quite furry, so I'm just going to bring in and get rid of some of that on the edges there. So we're working on our piece of thick whisper white, and this is the one that we're going to attach all our pieces down. I'm going to use liquid adhesive. That gives me that little bit of wiggle room as well. So we're just going to grab these and go across the side here. Patchwork cards. Yes, Carolyn, that is probably a really good way of describing them. Great way to use your scraps as well. So we're just lining them up. And I sort of want to do red, green if I can. But the great thing is the DSP has two sides, and we're going to be using both. Nice thin one there. If you're a little bit more where things have to be a little bit more uniform, oh, that one's too small. Hang on, let's get rid of that one. You could definitely measure them a little bit so they're more even, but because I've just whack them through, they're all different lengths and widths. Actually, not different lengths, they're different widths. See, I told you the heat does affect my brain. It's definitely affecting it today. Been a busy couple of weeks, I think, and starting to take its toll. Oh, I like this one. So this would look good with any DSP as well. Maybe even some specialty DSP with a bit of gold or silver. There's so many different options that you could use. I do need a holiday. So need a holiday. We can blame COVID, I think. But Christmas is coming up, so that's going to give us a little bit of a a holiday as well. So I haven't even started Christmas shopping. Is that bad? So if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I don't like shopping. And yeah. So I've been putting off the whole Christmas shopping, but it's starting to get close. And I thought, well, COVID's been a good excuse not to go shopping. But I'm starting to freak a little bit that I'm not going to have everything either. But I'm sure it'll all work out. Put that one there. I think I'll do this one. Deirdre hasn't either. Well, that makes me feel better. I know there's so many very organised people out there. And my daughter has been getting a few things for Christmas for us. She loves shopping. But, yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes I should have been a boy. I think there's better things to do than shopping. Do it online. That's what worries me though, because things are taking so long in the post. If I buy something online, it probably won't even get here in time. And yeah, then what do you do? I did send a whole heap of parcels over the last 2 weeks to my friends over in America, and I actually did the tracking today, and things that I sent beginning of last week are still sitting in Melbourne, and then I sent a present yesterday and one the day before that, both to America, and they're sitting at the airport. So the one I sent yesterday and the day before is sitting at the airport, whereas the other ones that I sent last week are still sitting in Melbourne. So figure that one out. I don't know whether they're going to get them. I know there's less flights, so that makes it a little bit hard, but you've got to at least get it to the airport to be able to get onto a plane. So that worries me. I don't know whether I've left it with not enough time. So I've got to need to find one with a bit of a thick end. I'm going to chop this one down so it's a little bit thinner down here. So you do have to play around a little bit with your strips, depending on how you're fitting them on. We'll try our best. I think I fluked the one that I done here. Oh, you got a lovely card. That's nice, Rachel. I'm glad you received it. I think it's not taking quite as long domestically now, which is really good. Okay, now to find the last one. I'm going to use my pen. Got the glue all over my hands again. So this might be a really great technique if you've got some scraps sitting in your craft room. I'm going to just use my scissors here and see if I can shave that down just a fraction. A little bit more. Actually, this one might do. That's perfect. I should have just looked in the pile a little bit closer. So I am left with a few left. Let me show you. So I'm pretty sure I would get another card quite easily with that one. Maybe not having it quite so long. But I've definitely got my thinking cap on for those other strips. Because if I don't use them, they will end up in the bin. So doesn't that look good? I love the idea of the patchwork. That makes a really, makes a lot of sense in the name. So I'm going to glue this one straight down to our shaded spruce mat here. Leaves a nice little border all the way around. I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals, but let's have our Whisper White circle. And for this card, we're using Cherry Cobbler and Shaded Spruce ink. So I'm going to do my tree. And so for this card, we're using the Perfectly Plaid stamp set. And I love these different trees. Now this is a carryover item, so you may have this in your stash. It was around last year. I really like this one. It's got great sentiments. Goes with the pine tree punch. It also has 4 different trees. So you can do a funky card, you can do a more traditional card. There's plaid there. Looks really good in heat embossing as well. Yeah, it is a great way to use up your scraps, Sandy, absolutely. So we're just going to stamp that tree, and I really like this one. I think it's really elegant, like that. And then with our piece of Whisper White, I'm going to stamp the sentiment in the Cherry Cobbler. So I've gone with Ho Ho Ho, because this fits nicely in. This actually looks a little bit smaller than on my card. Let's see if I can fit it in. Easy. Okay, so I've just used my mat here because it's photopolymer. Sometimes I find, especially as they are a little bit older, they don't get a really nice even coverage of ink, so sometimes it won't stamp perfectly. So if you use your mat, you really won't have any problems. So I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive down on the sentiment. Yes, Carolyn, you could use rectangles. Yes, and there's a really nice rectangle die set, and it's stitched as well, so Carolyn, you must do a little bit of patchwork as well. Do you make quilts? I'm not a very good sewer, so no good for me. So we're just using the scissors to banner cut. So going in from the middle and then coming from each corner to that middle point. Now I think I need a new pack of dimensionals. No, that's right. I did do a little bit of crafting earlier today and I used the last of my dimensionals. But there's another set here. And one in the middle. So good support there. Yes to quilts, excellent. Do you sew them by hand or do you use a sewing machine? I know people who do both, and the quilts they do is amazing, just not my sort of craft. So I'm just going to pop this down on the card.
Hello, ladies.
That was my husband. So we're going to off-center the shaded spruce circle, and I'm just going to glue them straight together. So that noise you just heard was the buzzer in the shop. I think my son's come home from work and getting some fuel. Okay, so we are going to pop up the sentiment on top of our circles here, and I'm going to use some dimensionals for that. I'll let him know, Marion, that you've said hello. On his way back through. Oh, so you do a little bit of both, Caroline. Fantastic. So popping him down, I'm just going to pop this up onto our card. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to pop an embellishment down. And I haven't used these embellishments much. They're called All the Trimmings Embellishments. This is part of the Coming Home suite. So they've got really beautiful little stars. So that's what we're going to use. So that's the card. Quite nice. It's I think each card would look very different as well, depending on how you cut your strips, but really cute. Thanks everyone. So let me show you the other project that we're going to be creating tonight, and it's going to be, it's a 3D item. I'm just going to clean up really quickly. A really great table gift, or just a gift to give to a friend or co-worker, loved one. Let me bring it in and show you. So just a gorgeous little box, and I've popped some chocolates inside. Let me grab out from my stash. So I've just got these Lindor chocolates. No one in my family likes these, so they stay in my cupboard a little bit longer, and they fit too, but you can put anything inside that you would like, especially now that we're starting to get into summer. Chocolate's probably not the best option, but yeah, there's not a lot of options for us here in the South Pacific for Christmas. I'm so envious of everyone that lives over in colder climates for Christmas, because it's just so much easier to make and to give gifts with those sorts of products. So this is made with thick Whisper White cardstock. We're also using our little tags here are from the Tasteful Labels dies. So I've used the larger of the circles for this one. And the stamp actually comes from Ben a Year. So this is a really great one from the mini catalogue. It has Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas and Valentine's in it. So it's a bit of an all-rounder. And I really wanted to use it for Christmas as well. What else do we have? Let me grab... We're going to use Real Red and Old Olive card ink for the stamping as well. And I have all the trimmings in the Real Red ribbon. This is super great ribbon because it's really small. It's got that lovely metallic edge and it goes with this pattern paper as well. So the box is made with thick Whisper White cardstock. It measures 8.25 by 7 inches. And I'm just going to pop these things to the side so I don't mess anything up. I'm going to bring my trimmer in because I'm going to do some scoring. Oh, thanks everyone. Glad you enjoyed that card. I've been wanting to give that technique a bit of a go for a while, so I thought Christmas with that leftover designer series paper, I knew I wanted to create something with it, so it was the perfect timing. Okay, so on the 8.25 side, we're going to score at 2 inches. Get rid of the cutting blade. 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches and 8 inches. And I love making these little gifts. I think it's always fun to create these. So on the 7-inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. So I'm going to measure on the right hand side. It's just easier to measure on that side for 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to turn it around and then we're going to measure at 2.5 inches, 4.5 inches, and 6.5 inches. So we're using that same designer series paper. 'Tis the season, and I have them pre-cut already, but let me just fold and score. You could do this in any of the cardstock, or you could probably even make this in designer series paper if you want. It'd have to be one of the thicker designer series papers. So just folding and scoring. Okay, so I've got my template here that I'll follow. So this is the template I'll have. So we have a little, the 1/4 inch on this side here. This is going to be our tab to put the box together. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off the little tiny rectangle as well as the larger rectangle, leaving the one in the middle, but we're going to get rid of the other two on the other side. So let me just quickly cut those out. And with this little tab that's in the middle, I'm also going to miter cut it. So does everyone enjoy making boxes and bags? I actually prefer doing that than cards. Okay, so this top one here and the bottom one here are going to be our flaps for our box. So we're going to cut up the second score line here. And we can actually cut up every single score line on each side. I'm going to take some off, I'm going to cut down some, and some are going to be left. You made this box this afternoon. Fantastic. What did you put in it, Sylvia? Did you put chocolate or just like a gift? Okay. So these two are going to be our flaps for our box. This one here we're going to, so we have the bottom tab here, but I want to cut off probably almost, maybe leave 3/4 there and cut off 1/4. So I'm going to do like that, and I'm also going to miter cut those edges. I'm going to grab my big scissors. So much easier when you're cutting for boxes. And because I didn't cut that very straight, let's cut it a bit straighter. There we go. And we're going to do that with the opposite side as well. The next one here, we're going to take both of the small square, the small rectangle and the square on both sides. So taking it completely off. And then these two here, we're going to do the same as what we've done here. So taking off 1/4 of that square and miter cutting it. Oh, not this box, you made a post-it note and pen holder to go in it. And that's for a Christmas present? That sounds like a very nice Christmas present. So all the rest has gone in the bin. So lastly, all we need to do with our flaps here, I'm going to bring my scissors in and miter cut on those flaps. That's just so the box goes together a little bit easier. And this one here I need to just trim down a little bit. Didn't cut that so well. So let me show you that template now. So I'm going to bring some tear and tape in to pop this box together. And because this is actually a really small tab here, we're going to have to fold the tear and tape over. But it's pretty easy to do. No, there's not much left. You do cut away a lot, but you leave these bigger pieces to the side because you can stamp them with something else later on and fussy cut. I always find I end up with lots of little pieces that I can reuse. So if I just need a small bit of, if we're going to fussy cut a stamped image, I go to my little scraps first off and find those pieces, and that way you're not cutting into your new pieces all the time. So just lining those up, popping the box together. This is very similar to my advent calendar box. Okay. Now because I'm only putting chocolate in them, I'm not gluing anything together. I don't think it needs to. So there's the little box. Let's put a few of those chocolates in. And these come in all different colours, so you could certainly, if you weren't doing red, you could do a green box, or they have so many different colours with the different flavours, so you can really customise it well. Okay, so I need my pieces. Let's bring them in. So I have 6 pieces of the designer series paper, and these measure 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, but I'll have all the measurements over on my YouTube channel tomorrow. And that's the 'Tis the Season designer series paper. And I've also die cut from that larger circle, Whisper White and Real Red. That's going to be for our tag. So let's work on the tag now. I have my stamps all ready to go. And we have the Old Olive ink. And I'm going to stamp, actually no, let's get the real red first and we'll do the sentiment. Now because this sentiment is on one one line, and I want to put them on top of each other, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to mask off Merry. Oops. Mask off Merry. And you can be really careful and just line up the B with the ink. That's another way of doing it, but you really can't go wrong if you put the post-it note there. So let's stamp that up the top. Then I'm going to use my chamois to clean it off, and then we're just going to ink up the Merry for the second time round. So I'm going to be daring and see if I can do this right without making a mistake. Now the other thing you can do is you can bring your post-it note in to cover the B part. That way if there is any ink left on the B part, it's not going to go on your tag. So good little tip there. So we're going to bring the holly in. And I love Old Olive at Christmas time, and the berries. And that's our stamping. Really, really quick and easy for that one. Let's attach all our pieces. So this designer series paper, I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive. You could do it before you put the box together as well. This is an easy box that sits flat, like you won't have any problems popping the designer series paper down, but you could certainly do it before you put the box together. So it's going to go top, bottom, and all the sides. So this would be a great little co-worker gift. A Kris Kringle maybe. Bank teller. I don't know, whoever you deal with regularly and you want to give them a little gift. You put like a little biscuit in there, a small shortbread maybe. Okay, now just one for the bottom. So cute. I'm going to also glue our tags down offset. Let's just add a little bit of glue there. And I just have an old hole punch here that I'm going to pop a hole in the top, just like that. That's the front. Let's bring that ribbon in, and you could go around the box so it looks like a gift, where you go around 4 times. I'm going to make it just go round the once. Okay. And I think I want to do it so the recipient can open it and reuse the box if they want. So you almost need another set of hands. So I've just done one little tie up. Hold that into place. Bring the tag in, and then I'm going to do another knot. and a bow. So easy enough to undo it and then redo it up again if they want to. That's it. And once again, this would be really great with any stamp set that you have, any designer series paper that you have. Use what's in your stash. I'm here to give you ideas, so definitely use whatever you have in your stash. So let me just quickly clean up a few things, and then we're going to do the draw for last week's card. And last week's card was that funky Christmas card. I had a lot of fun doing that one. Okay, so let me bring it in. Thanks everyone. So this one here, using the stone background stamp, and funnily enough, using that perfectly plaid stamp set again. So 2 weeks in a row with the same stamp set. Okay, so I've got everyone's name in here. Good luck everyone. Now to win the card that we created tonight, so this one here, all you need to do is like, comment and share this video. And I would really appreciate if you shared it. The more people that watch, the better. Okay, so I have a name. Renee Mengel. Well done. I do have your address, so I'll pop that one in the post tomorrow for you. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to pop the camera up really quickly. Excellent. Thanks so much for joining in with me tonight. I'm sorry I was all over my words tonight. Like I said, I'm tired, so that's just the way that happens, and the heat really doesn't help me at all. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's project and card as well. I thought just as we get closer to Christmas, I might do a little bit of a 3D project to give you a few ideas coming up to Christmas. So hopefully you enjoy that. If you do, let me know, and we'll do another one next week. What's going on? So join in for Sunday's Facebook challenge this Sunday if you would like. And yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday and Thursday this week as well. So yeah, hopefully you can join me. Thanks everyone. Have a great weekend, and stay safe around wherever you are. Okay guys, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.